So what up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is ID Pat. Just in case this is your first time watching my videos, you're welcome. So in today's video, as the title says, I will be talking more about med school. I'll be telling you guys what you need to know about med school, or mainly the truth about med school. For some of you guys that have been watching my videos, some of my subscribers, I feel like you'll be a little bit confused. I mean, hold on a second, ID. You used to make videos about natural hair, now it's med school. I just felt like incorporating a little bit more of my med school journey to my YouTube channel. But that does not mean that I won't be making videos about natural hair. I will still be posting about my natural hair journey and also my med school journey. Having said that, let's just, get right into the video. So point number one is med school is not as difficult as people do assume it to be. I'm not saying medical school is easy, but it's not as difficult. It's not impossible, because when you tell someone I am studying medicine, they make it seem like, I don't know, you've really tried. Like, it's like, I don't know, most people feel like medicine is extremely difficult, like they can't do medicine. No, I can't do medicine. Why? Because medicine is too difficult, it's too bulky. Of course medicine is bulky. I don't think medicine is difficult. I feel like you need to know a lot of things. There's a lot of information when it comes to studying medicine, but it's not difficult. I believe that if you put in the right amount of time and effort in studying, trust me, you're just gonna pass through it like it's not difficult, it's not easy either, but it's just, I wouldn't say it's in between, but it's not impossible to study medicine. So just take that out from the back of your mind, that med school is an impossible mission, because trust me honey, it's not difficult. It's not, trust me, it's not difficult. Okay, so the second thing I would like to tell you guys about med school is that in med school you are your own teacher. I am not generalizing this, but this is based on my experience as a medical student. I am currently a 4th year medical student, so I have a little bit of experience about med school, and from my experience I will just tell you that if you're expecting to get into med school and you expect a teacher, you know how they do it in high school. You come to class and your teacher writes notes on the board, and then you copy it, and then you go home and then study, and then they give you tests and exams. Then you are deceiving yourself, because in medical school you teach yourself. Like, I'm not lying to you guys, like most of the things that I know, I sit down at home to study them, or probably I watch YouTube videos online, or I just Google them just to know them. The only thing my teachers actually do is sometimes they do explain to you anything that you do not really understand, but their work mainly is to assess you, is to assess your knowledge, get to know how far you know, or probably to give you a test, or I don't know, just their work is just to assess you. So if you think that you're going to come to med school and then your teacher is going to teach you just like how they taught you in your nursery, primary or secondary school, then you're deceiving yourself, because in med school, I'm talking based on my experience, we study, we just go to class, our teacher will ask us questions and give us our grades. Or sometimes your teachers will explain. I'm not saying they do not explain at all, but most of the work, you are the one that do it. Like, you do most of the work. Your teachers they're just there to assist you. They're not there to teach you or probably tell you, oh, this is how this thing is. Or they'll just give you a full note and then you go and study it or something. No. You study yourself. In med school, you are your own teacher. Okay, so point number 3 is you need to discover yourself. And what I mean by that is you really need to understand the way your brain works. You really need to understand your reading capacity. No two persons studies the same. And I also want to say it out there to you guys that you are smart. The only difference between you and someone that is actually the highest in your class is the way you guys study. There's so many people that actually spend over 11 to 12 hours studying a particular subject before they get it. Others study for about 2 hours, others study for about 4 hours. So if you feel like God gave you a different brain, then honey, no, you have the ability to actually be the top in your class. You need to just discover the way you study, or probably your method of studying. You need to sit down and try different things. Probably if you do not know, try studying for like 5 hours and see if you're going to get this material. Try studying once and repeating it over and over again so the material will get stuck in your brain. Just try to find out yourself. No two persons studies the same. If you have a friend that studies in this manner and you feel that when you follow your friend, it's gonna work for you. Well, it might work for you, but you need to discover the way your brain works. Like I said, you are smart. No one is dumb. It's just that you do not put in the right amount of time and effort in your studying, in your studies. This does not only apply to medical students, it applies to students as a whole. So you need to really discover yourself, because that is really going to help you a whole lot in your journey as a medical student or as a student in general. Okay, so point number 4 is grades do not matter at all in med school. I wish I actually told myself this when I was in my first year or my second year of med school, because I was a great hustler. Like, I would literally argue with my teacher, why are you giving me a B? Like, my goal in my first year, my second year, was to get straight A's in my credit book. Like, I didn't want to see a B or a C at all. And if you should ask me, how has that helped you at all? I do not know. The funny thing is that when we study so hard to get a particular mark, when you're in your 3rd year or your 4th year or your 5th year and you're being asked a very simple question, a question that you actually, the topic that you did probably in your 1st year, your 2nd year, your 3rd year, you tend to find yourself wanting, you really cannot answer that question, but you actually had an A in that course. Who are you deceiving? Like, what's the point of having an A in a particular subject when you can't defend it when you're being asked? So guys, grades do not matter. Do not be like me. When I was in my first year and I'm studying, I'll be like, my teacher will not ask me this. No, she's not going to ask me this. She's going to ask me this. And I'll study based on the scheme of her questioning. At the end of the day, I get an A, straight A. And when I'm being asked few months or few years later, I really cannot defend my mark. So what's the point of it? It's better you study and have it upstairs than for you to have it on paper. It's not going to help you at all. So guys, grades do not really matter. Grades do not really show your level of intellect or show how smart or how intelligent you are. Just study so hard to understand the subject, and trust me, when you understand it, you get the grades that you deserve. Trust me. I know sometimes some teachers could be biased, or they might not necessarily give you the grades that you deserve, but honey, you have this thing upstairs, so who cares about the grades? At least when you're being called and you're able to defend yourself, man, it's just gonna be surprised rather than having an A and embarrassing yourself. If you get what I mean. Okay, so point number 5, I'm not sure if I can remember if it's number 5 or number 4, I don't know. But the one thing that I have come to know, or what med school has actually taught me, is that you are not smart. Trust me. I think med school has actually humbled me so much that I have even convinced myself that I am not as smart as I used to think I was. Like, no. In med school, especially if you're attending an international school where there are so many people from different countries, from various schools, different backgrounds, like, what I know, you might not necessarily know it, and what someone else knows, you might not necessarily know it. So you trying to act like you're the smartest or you're the most intelligent person on planet Earth, you are literally deceiving yourself in med school. You just need to humble yourself and sit your ass down to read, because as you've been carrying up your shoulder and saying, oh, you know what, I'm the smartest of all, someone else is sitting down studying, and then when you're being asked a question, you get to realize that you know nothing, you know shishi. So I think the one thing that med school has actually taught me is humility. Like, med school has really humbled me so much. So if you think that you're very smart and you're going to conquer med school, go to an international school. Don't go to the school that you know that you can always, you know, open your eyes and overshadow everyone. Go to an international school and you see what I'm talking about, because you get to meet people with different backgrounds, different countries, different ways of reasoning, different intellects, different ideas. You'll be shocked at how intelligent people are, and you'll be like, no, I'm not smart. I have to sit my ass down and study. Having said that, it takes me to my final point about med school. That med school could be very annoying. It could be very frustrating. It could, I don't know, like, there will be times that you even question yourself, is medicine really for me? Like, am I really sure I really do want to study this? Like, there are days that you just feel like giving up. I think I really felt that way mostly in my 3rd year, because 3rd year for me is one of the hardest so far, because I'm just in my 4th year. I haven't experienced other years, but I had a lot of things to do, the state exams, the school exams. You get to study so much in your 3rd year, and really I was always like, I was frustrated at a certain point, but that doesn't mean you should give up about med school. No, it's not that difficult. It could be frustrating, I would agree to that, but it's not It's not very difficult, and in as much as it will frustrate you, that doesn't mean that you should back off and be like, oh no, I'm no longer going to med school, because nothing good comes easy. The frustration is part of the journey, like the annoyance, the anger, that is part of being a medical doctor. That is the way to train you. So having said that, I hope these few points were quite beneficial, and it actually did give you an insight of what to expect when you're embarking on your med school journey. And if already you're in med school, probably you're in your first year or second year, you would stop worrying about your grades and focus more on spending lots and lots of time to study. I hope this video was quite beneficial. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm really happy to start my med school vlog, or probably my med school journey, and I hope you guys would so much enjoy this and you guys would support me along the way. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm hoping to see you guys in my next video. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much, and God bless. Bye.